can pop rings quite happily with this. Real dagger through real mail, making real holes. And you can see the mess it's made of the mail. Hi, I'm Bruno, one of the instructors in the Exiles. I just want to talk quickly about what is a dagger within the context of Fiore system within the late Middle Ages, early Renaissance. Arguably, it's the most important weapon within Fiore's martial system because he dedicates dozens and dozens of plays to it. I mean, here we can see all the plays. And you'll notice, where we've got it, people are holding the blade of the dagger, which means it's not super sharp. In fact, I'll go into that in a moment. So typically when we train, you train with something like this. Plastic, wood, or even steel. And you can see from the size of the images, or the size of the daggers within his images, they're quite long. So if I do this again, they're quite long daggers. To the point, Vardi, who comes after Fiore, talks about daggers having to be down to your elbow. There's reasons for that. You can cover with it against a sword cut, among other things. So you can use it as a shield when you're fighting. So, daggers. What are they in real life? They're not this. Because one thing Fiore doesn't do within his system, he does lots of stabbing, down stabs, up stabs. What he doesn't do is slice. You see no slicing like in modern knife fighting. There's a reason for that. It's because here's a dagger. This is real. It's Flemish. It's 15th century. I happen to be in possession of it at the moment. And you can see, if you look right down the blade, which is very hard to line up with the camera, it's quadrangular section and stiff. This is slightly shorter than what Vardi recommends, but it's still a real dagger. You're not going to get an edge. You might get a sharp edge on there, but you're not really going to get a sharp edge on that back edge much. And the reason for that is these are very, very stiff because they can be used to parry, bang against swords. And the other thing they can be used for is punching through stuff like this. Remember, we're in the late 14th century, early 15th century with Fiore, when he was doing most of his fighting. So people were wearing armor, they're wearing mail not just in military context, they're wearing mail under the doublets in, you're in Florence and it's all going down and the Ghibellines were fighting the Guelphs, and you've been wearing mail under your doublet at times, especially if you're going out to do some nasty business. So this is designed to punch through this. Oh, it's caught it not too bad. That's going to hurt. Again, that's going to hurt. I'm not even putting any pressure on that. And you can pop rings quite happily with this. What we've done in the past, well, that's again real dagger through real mail, making real holes. What we've done in the past at the Exiles is we've gone out and we played. We've taken real mail. This is reproduction Indian mail, not real period mail. And we've gone and attacked it with reproduction daggers. And you can see the mess it's made of the mail. To the point of cracking individual rings open. This was a riveted ring, you can see, but a dagger's just punched straight through that, popped it open and gone through. So they're designed for penetrating through thick doublets as well. It could just be a slice through a multi-layered doublet, maybe going to be horrible. And my final dagger, again, I've got two period daggers. Here's a second one, so sample size 2. You can see again, this is an ornamental English dagger from the 14th century, very late 14th century. You can see it's a quadrangular section blade. The form daggers tend to take, with the ones we're talking about, are either quadrangular sections, like the two I have, or triangular sections on the blade. So it's either triangles, quadrangular. Sometimes they do have an edge, if it's a triangle on the third edge, and it'll be fairly blunt on the back edge. Or in this case of these, you're going to get a bit of an edge on this, possibly, but it's not going to be super sharp like a slicing knife, like a modern fighting knife. And the other thing you'll note about daggers is the Rondel daggers. You have a big, well, in this case, it's from the Todd stuff reproduction, it's fairly small, but the disc came quite big to protect your hand, a bit like a tsuba on a katana. So that stops your hand sliding down the blade and can stop a blade sliding into your hand. That's a very, very, very brief chat about daggers and what they are within Fiore's system. Thank you.